Hey everyone, it's Kelsey here. Today I'm playing with more of the new Up in the Clouds collection by Pink Fresh Studios. I love this collection, and there's only a few pieces of paper in it, so I decided this was perfect to try to use up an entire collection, at least the paper side of it. So I'm working on another layout. So I really love this background, but I thought maybe if I toned it down a little bit, um, I would like it even better. Not that there's anything about the background that's super busy. I just kind of wanted the color to be not quite so bold. And I also just wanted to try using gesso to tone it down a little bit. And in the end, it didn't make that big of a result, but it did make the paper very wrinkly. So I think this is a great technique, but maybe I would just use it on a different background that it might have more of an effect on. But I still like it on this paper. It's just, yeah, it did make the paper very, very wrinkly. So anyway, and my dress though, I just got it at Walmart because it was really expensive at a craft store, um, and it was much more affordable at Walmart in just like the little paint section. Um, so that's just a little tip if your Walmart has, I don't know, canvases and watercolor pencils and oil based paints. That's where I found mine at. So I decided to use this picture. This was a screenshot I had taken on my phone of something on like Tidal Wave or Book Riot or something on Facebook, and it says something about things in my head are much more interesting. And it's basically like if you read a lot of books, then um, your imagination can kind of take you to different places. So it's got just this guy walking down the street, and in his head, he's imagining that he's like fighting a dragon or something. So I just really love the photo. I love the whole idea of it. So I thought, hey, why not scrapbook this? So, and it's also in my project life. Um, but I just really thought it was interesting and cute. So I decided to use it in a layout. Plus, I thought that just the theme of the photo worked really well with kind of the um, whimsical feel of the collection. So that's another reason why I used it. So I was going through the embellishment pack, and I had mounted my photo on a piece of that Kiss Kiss paper from um, crepe paper. And I just didn't really like the way it looked. I wanted it to stand out from the background, but the pink triangles just didn't do the trick for me. So I decided to peel the photo off, and I will deal with that in a little bit. So I've got some rub-ons here from the Up in the Clouds collection, and I had pulled out a few of the embellishments that I wanted to work with, especially that 3x4 watercolor card. I just left it as it came in the package. It says, "You may say I'm a dreamer." I love that, and I thought the sentiment worked perfectly with this kind of dreamer imagination layout. So I also pulled out that little fox stamp set that is from Studio Calico. It came in a kit a couple weeks ago, a month ago, something like that. But I really wanted to use the little mushroom because I thought, um, I don't know, when I think of fantasy or imagining, a lot of times I think of mushrooms because there's people walking through forests. I read a lot of fantasy books, both in the young adult and the adult section um, of bookstores, but I don't know. I just always picture like mushrooms and walking through forests, and I just thought it was a way to use that mushroom stamp. And there are mushrooms in the puffy stickers, and I think in one of the embellishments. I can't remember, but anyway, you'll see how I use that in a little bit. So I put some of the rub-ons. They were kind of these like blowing leaves rub-ons, and I put those behind the photo. And then there was this other one. I think it's raindrops, perhaps, and I used it behind this 3x4 card, or it's diamonds. Sorry. It's kind of hard to see on screen because the gold foil kind of blends in with that light, but I'll have a photo over my blog that you can go check out if you are interested, and you can see the layout up close. So I'm pretty sure that I want that card there, so I'm going to go ahead and glue it down. I have reverted back to my Scotch Advanced Tape Glider. I used to hate it because the tape is hard to switch out and also because it's so freaking huge. But ultimately, I haven't been happy with many of my glues lately. I usually have a dot adhesive runner for like small embellishments, and I just haven't found one that I love lately that's not completely overpriced. And the Scotch tape gun, you can get the refills for it at Michael's with 40% off coupons, and that's very helpful. And it just sticks a lot better on a lot of my mixed media stuff. So I think I'm going to go back to the giant gun instead of the tiny little tape runner that you can see there. But ultimately, it just works better. I will keep a dot adhesive runner on hand. Like I said, it's great for small embellishments where the tape runner just doesn't work as well. The tape runner works really well on larger items or items that have straight lines. Um, but for small items, I will have a dot runner. It just won't be used as much. So I love that pink ampersand, but I have a really hard time working with it. First of all, I have issues with the ampersands. Plus, the pink color is kind of throwing me off because it's kind of like a light pink. But I was glad that I could use it on this layout. And then I put another rub on there, and I had lost my popsicle stick. At this point, I tossed it back in my little container, and it fell down, and I couldn't find it. So I was too lazy to find it, so I just grabbed another one after my scissor handles didn't work. And then I'm going to put some of these puffy stickers down. I wish maybe that I would have left the puffy stickers off, except for maybe that little mushroom down in the corner, but not sure that it needed the rainbows. But I suppose it was a good way to use them up. And a lot of them wanted to kind of blend into the background, even with that gesso on there. It just kind of, I don't know, some of the stuff could get lost in the background. I think because the background's just a little bit busy with the raindrops and the dashed lines and the variations in color and whatnot. Um, but yeah, I use that pink flower puffy sticker, and then I use the mushrooms and the little tree. And now I'm trying to decide where to put the journaling. I debated putting it on the back. I debated not doing any at all. I just couldn't quite decide. So in the end, I just did a few lines right below the photo, and I was happy with that. Even though I really love journaling, I always struggle with where to put it on a layout, and usually I end up feeling frustrated with it, and I don't like where it was after all. But anyway, that is going to wrap up this layout. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure to subscribe to the channel to see more content soon. And if you have any questions, please leave them below. I try to answer everyone's questions and comments. So thanks so much for watching. Have a great day, and I will see you guys again soon with another layout.